welcome to Shonna's Space. So today, this is going to be a get ready with me to go nowhere and a get to know me. So in preparation, I would have washed my face with simple soap and then I exfoliated with this sugar scrub. It's homemade, so it's shea butter, sugar, green tea, and peppermint oil. It's really nice. And then I am going to moisturize with this homemade aloe and shea butter moisturizer. So I actually made both of these, and it's a project that I'm working on, and it's coming soon to Shonna's Natural Collection on Instagram. Alrighty. So I did my brows in advance on camera because I feel like they take up a lot of time. But let's get into it. So, who is my hero? I don't have a hero. I know that's really bad, and I should probably have a hero or at least a role model or something like that, but I don't. Okay, next question. If I could live anywhere, where would it be? So, to answer this question, it really depends on why I want to live there and what is my financial situation. So, if it is that I have an unlimited amount of money and it really does not matter, then I would like to live right here in Barbados because Barbados is amazing. Like, I live where people vacation, so I wouldn't want to change that. But if it is that, is in terms of my ability to find a job or something like that, then I would have to say I probably would like to move to Canada. I'm actually a biology major, and it's not necessarily the easiest thing to find a job for here in Barbados. So yes, that's the only reason that I would move. Plus, it's more convenient shopping, everything. Just want to move. Next question. What is my biggest fear? I don't know what is my biggest fear, but the fear that comes to mind when answering this question is my fear of heights. So it's not like a dramatic fear, but there is a part at UE, so University of West Indies Cape Hill campus. That's where I'm a student, and it's over on the science block, and on the third floor, it's like you're walking on the corridor, and it's just like the railings, and especially when it's wet, like if the rain has been falling, because it's like a tiled type thing. I just always think I'm going to fall. I'm just like so scared to walk over there, but it's fine. All right, next question. What is my favorite family vacation? So, I've never been on a family vacation. Like, my family and I have never gone on a vacation. The only time I've ever traveled is when I was about 6 or 7 years old, and I went to St. Vincent. That's where my mother's family is from. Well, my grandmother's family is from. And I guess technically, depending on what you call a family vacation, because it was a vacation and it was with family. So yeah, I would have went to visit them and everything. That's the only time I've ever traveled. What would I change about myself if I could? My fear of public speaking. So I'm not necessarily a dumb person. I'm not going to call myself like the smartest. Sorry, my English. Oh, I'm not going to call myself the smartest person ever, but I'm not a dumb person, and my fear of public speaking can be quite crippling. In that, like, oftentimes I know information and I find it very difficult to say because public speaking is difficult to me. There's just this fear, and even if I would have prepared like a presentation or something, and I know my work, like I know all the information in it, I've prepared this, like I've practiced for days. I still find it very difficult to execute because of my fear of speaking to people, and that's something that I really have to overcome. Because, as I said, if I do stay in Barbados as a science student, I feel like there are not many jobs in the field. Like, it's not as abundant as say an accountant. So when it comes down to the fact that all of us have the opportunity to get a degree because university is free here in Barbados, aside from amenity fees and that kind of thing. So is basically free here, and that gives a lot of people the opportunity to come out with a science degree, or rather with any degree. So there's a bunch of people that have a science degree, and when it comes down to it, you're going to have to be able to sell yourself or at least network into finding a job. So that's the one thing I would really change about myself: my fear of public speaking. What makes me angry? I feel like I don't get like angry easily unless I'm hungry, because hungry is a real thing. But I get angry when people like betray the principle of the matter, go against the principle of the matter, and then act as if they've done nothing. Like, you know that you did wrong. Come on, just admit it. Like, it's the principle. But I had to recently learn that, yeah, that would be my principle, but that might not be the principle that that person might live by. So I can't, I can't anger, and if someone can't get angry, sorry, and if someone has the power to anger me, then they have the power to control me. So I try to keep my getting angry under control. What is my favorite thing about my job? So as I mentioned, I'm a student, so I don't work because a science degree is, in my opinion, a full time thing. Because even if you're enrolled part time, a good set of our courses, especially in the BCS section, so that's biological and chemical sciences. A lot of the courses in that section, our lectures are in the morning. So anytime from 8 a.m. to probably like 10 a.m., maybe even 1. Like, the latest you will probably see a science course starting, the lecture starting, is probably 1 o'clock. Usually by 2 o'clock, all of our lectures are over, except for if we have a lab, then lab will be evening time. So it's really hard to find a job unless it's a job that is nights only. So you have to find someone that's ready to work with your schedule. So I don't work. But my biggest complaint about university is it can be stressful. Wait, was the question complaint or favorite thing? But I'll mention my complaint and my favorite thing. My favorite thing is that I don't have to pay bills, and my complaint is pretty unfair. Accountants, sorry, don't let me come for accountants. The faculties, there's a lot of differences in the faculties, and I feel like my faculty, science and technology, is the underdog. Basically, we are treated the worst, or rather, we treat ourselves the worst. I don't know. Is this we have this level of don't care-ishness to us, and I feel like that doesn't get things done. So when you compare our faculty to other faculties, it's like, what is this faculty like? Even sometimes at events, when DJs will call out the different faculties, like, ooh, who from law, who from med, who from society, and like sometimes just go about the day, like, they forget that psych tech is a whole faculty. So c'est la vie. Okay, next question. What is my proudest accomplishment? I have no clue. I feel so. That's actually a really bad thing that I don't know what's my proudest accomplishment. But next, what is my favorite book to read? I don't have a favorite book. I actually really love reading, and it's so funny to me that in primary school, I went to reading lessons because I hated reading. Like, I hated books. I had no interest in it. But then I went to reading lessons and I just fell in love with books to the point where I in primary school I would be in the bus standing up, reading reading books. Imagine standing up. You're trying to hold on and you're reading a book too. Like, I was doing the absolute most. So it's from then that I had a love for books, and even though I still love reading, I know for sure I read over 50 books in the latter half of 2019, because I was doing the Goodreads challenge where you put in how many books you want to try to read for that period of, well, for the year. But I started late. I started in the latter half, as I said. So you put in how many books you're looking to read, and that will be your goal. And when you read books, you will just like check it off or whatever. So I know for sure I read at least 50 in like the last 6 months. 6 months of 2019. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, reading is fun. My favorite genre is crime or mystery. Next question. What makes me laugh the most? So I actually like laughing, and if you've ever had a conversation with me, or rather, if you've ever messaged me, and we actually have a good conversation, you know that one of the biggest things that I always say is LOL, because I always laugh, and it's not even uh I know some people say LOL and they're not being genuine, but I genuinely mean LOL because I love laughing. I'm always laughing at everything. Okay, next question. What's the last movie I went to? I barely go to watch movies at the Olympus because I don't particularly love movies. I am not a movie person because I just don't have the attention span for watching movies. It's just they bore me, which is why I love series. Is it's very short, but yeah, I definitely can't remember what the last movie was that I watched in the Olympus. But the last movie I watched at home was Charlie's Angels. And how did I watch Charlie's Angels? I can't remember if I watched that with a friend or if it is that a friend and I decided that we were going to watch it and discuss it. So that's how I ended up watching it. But I would never, unless like I'm really looking forward to this movie or like the trailer was like really good, I'm not going to sit and watch a movie at home alone. Like no, no, thank you. I have no interest. All right, next question. What did I want to be when I was young? I wanted to be a doctor, and I actually changed my mind in sixth form, so that was about 2015 or so. And it wasn't even like a real change my mind. It was more like question if I still wanted to do it because of how much time it takes up and everything. Because I was not prepared to give up my time by 5 years to study and then specialize too. So I was looking at different options, and but I didn't really look into different options properly. And then when I didn't get into medicine, because my grades weren't like amazing, I did. I actually had biochemistry as my second choice, and so when I get into medicine, I went into biochemistry. But after my first year, or like a year and a half of biochemistry, I realized I didn't like it, so I switched over to biology. Alrighty, next, and I still don't know what I want me though. Next question: if I could choose anything to do for a day, what would it be? For a day, I don't know. I'm not a person. Like yes, I get bored at home, and I like the option to be able to leave home, but I'm actually a house person, so I can't think of what I would do if I could do anything for a day. Um, where do I want to travel to? So I actually want to travel to the Galapagos Islands, and the Galapagos Islands. You might ask why. So I actually have a pet tortoise. I call it Tort Tort. I have no idea if it's a boy or a girl because I'm quite sure it's very difficult to tell when they're young. Someone was telling me that the way how you tell if it's a boy or girl is that the male has like this curved undershell so he could fit over the female when they're mating, but I'm not sure. So yes, I call it Tort Tort. Sometimes I slip into calling it a her, but Tort Tort. And Galapagos Islands have these giant tortoises, and I just really want to go and see them. Alright, next question. What radio stations do I listen to the most? So I actually barely listen to the radio. The radio is not really my kind of thing. I listen to my own music or I don't listen to anything at all. Or like if in the van somebody is playing, then that's what I will listen to because it's not as if I have a choice because that's what the van is playing. But yeah, that's it. Alright, so I'm just gonna put on some blush and I'm soon finished my face. What will the last question? What will I sing at karaoke night? So my favorite music is like sad pop, and I probably wouldn't do karaoke because I'm a really shy person, and I would probably have to have. I would have to be, I don't know, like really into it to get myself to sing karaoke, because I'm, as I said, I'm really shy, and public singing, public speaking, all those things are difficult for me. But yes, I love Sam Smith and like sad pop, so that's probably what I would sing at karaoke. Okay, so I've finished my face, and like I said, I'm not going anywhere. So this is it. I'm not going to change my clothes. I'm not going to brush my hair. This is it. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment,